Why I think we should leave Maui alone. Leave Lahaina well enough alone. Hi there, crypto fans. Dick Allgire here in the beautiful Hawaiian Islands. We know what's going on here in Hawaii. It's geographically a pretty big place, but it is actually kind of a small town. Everybody in Hawaii knows someone who knows someone from every place. Somebody's got hey, my cousin lived Kihei. My brother knows the people that own downtown Lahaina, Front Street. My brother knows this. Everybody knows everybody, and the Coconut Wireless is active, and we know what's going on. The relief efforts are not being handled well. There are people over there that have been complaining that they've had to stand in the hot sun in line for over 2 hours to get a bottle of water and a package of ramen. FEMA is not doing a good job. Joe Biden, stay away. We don't need you. Joe Biden initially was asked what his response to the tragedy was. He said, "Oh, no comment. Yeah, too late now, Joe. We don't need your photo op. Stay the heck away. We don't need your photo op. FEMA, you're not doing a good job for those people. We don't need you. Get FEMA out of there. Get the corrupt, incompetent state officials off the island. Forget about it. County officials, like the one who didn't sound the siren. There was a guy who didn't blow the emergency siren. Hawaii has an intricate, amazing network of sirens that go off. They test them that the first of every month, all the sirens go off. If they don't work, they fix them. So the sirens work. The guy didn't trigger the system. He said, "Oh, well, they would have thought it was a tsunami and they would have run inland where the fire was." No, they would have looked and seen what was happening. You could have saved their lives. I'll give you an example. When the missile alert happened in January several years ago, I was sitting at my computer Saturday morning and the sirens sounded. And I went, why are the civil defense sirens going off? It's not the first of the month. I immediately went to my lanai, my balcony, and I looked out and looked around to see, why are the sirens going off? People would have heard the sirens. They would have gone outside and said, what's going, oh, smoke, I better get out of here. You could have given them 1 minute, 5 minutes extra. You could have saved lives, but no, they didn't sound the sirens. So that guy shouldn't be in charge of anything. What's happening already? The people on the island of Molokai, which is across the channel from Maui, across the channel from Lahaina, these are people who are not rich. They are, many of them, subsistence farmers, fishermen, local people. They're loading supplies and they're sailing their own boats across the channel, and they're taking relief efforts to Maui. I know local people in Hawaii. Local people would step up. If the government stepped out of the way, there would be such a tremendous relief effort. People would go take care of their fellow residents and the local people in Hawaii. They would go pitch in to rebuild that place, and they would do it in a Pono way, with righteousness. They know who owns what. We could all get together and say, hey, this family owned this lot, this family owned this lot, that was a 2-bedroom home, okay. Like Jimmy Carter did with Habitat for Humanity. We would all go over, we'd get some hammers and nails, people would donate the money for the goods. We might need maybe a little federal help, okay, bring in some money, but people would go build that with their own hands. They would take supplies. I'm hearing that the people from Lahaina do not want to leave the area, so they're sheltering with friends and neighbors that are inland, up country from Maui, on West Maui. They're living like 30 people to a home because they don't want to be away from their property, because they know there's going to be a land grab, and there will be a land grab. What I envision happening is the state saying, well, this was the magnitude of this tragedy, we're going to condemn the lands, and then we're going to make it right. What we'll do is we'll make a memorial park next to the banyan tree, and we can have an eternal flame and a list of all the victims, if they ever get a list. I mean, it was like a week, and they've only identified 3 people several days ago. So they'll have a memorial, and then what they'll do is they'll put up some high-rises funded by big developers, and they'll say to the local people, we're going to provide low-income, affordable housing for you. So they'll give them a 500-square-foot studio apartment for $500,000, $500,000, and that'll make it right. That'll be how they're going to be able to live. Meanwhile, the rich people will gobble up the land, and they'll have the luxurious high-rises, the multi-million-dollar estates. It's a tragedy to see. If you like this, please share this with people. Like, share, ring the bell, and subscribe. All right. If you want to hear more of what's really going on, we talk about it in private at our private site, futureforecastinggroup.com. We have a free 14-day trial. Go to futureforecastinggroup.com, get your free trial today. Just a damn shame what's going on in Maui. Joe Biden, don't come. Just a photo op. We don't need your help. FEMA, beat it. Let the local people have aloha. They would make it right. Instead of a whaling harbor, they don't need a whaling harbor there anymore. They should make a fish pond. And they should restore all the residential areas and restore those shops, let the shop owners have their shops back, and keep it a quaint little town, not a mega resort, which is what I'm afraid is going to happen.